Hi, beautiful seeker. I'm Talia, and welcome to Food Buddha. Today I have something really strong in my heart that I need to share. I know that this is going to be for someone, for many people, for me, for you. I recently have gone through a loss. I lost a good friend. He was only 27 and an amazing man of service who spent his life focusing on other people, particularly other men, finding their purpose and their happiness. This guy is healthy, vegan, athlete, used to be in the military, really happy life, really cleaned up life of integrity, and suddenly passed away in a freak incident. There was a brain aneurysm in his brain, and he just left in an instant. No signs, no warning, and left everybody devastated and also taking a lot away from what this man was and what he stood for. So what this has brought up in me and what I really need to share is that we don't know if tomorrow is going to be here. And although we know that tomorrow's uncertain and all you have is now, we live like there's a tomorrow. We are living for our next vacation, for the time that we finally get it together to be happy. We're waiting for next year. We're waiting for the weekend. We're waiting for tonight. We're always actually living like there's a tomorrow. And I look back at my own struggle, and as much as all of my struggle, my over a decade with an eating disorder, an entire life of a lack of self-love and any sort of knowing that I was okay, I look back at that time and yes, it made me who I am. Yes, it made me determined to support and help other women and have people see their light within. It also makes me really sad that I waited so long to reach my rock bottom. The shift was available to me at any time, but often we need a rock bottom moment to send our desire in the other way, to go, I don't want to live like this anymore. That is it, rock bottom. Now I'm going to focus on the light. And I just want to remind you that you don't have to wait for a rock bottom. For all of those years that I was suffering, I think back and my best friend Jen would text me or write me and say, oh, how's it going? Innocently. And I would always write back and go, crappy day, shitty morning, feel like crap about myself again. I even labeled my own issues as my stuff. I used to just say, oh, it's my stuff. So she knew what bag of nails I was talking about. And it was my lack of self-love, my struggle with weight and food and obsession and tears and anguish. That was my stuff. And I carried that for over 10 years. And it's frustrating to me because I waited for so long to start to get happy. And I need to pass that on to you that you don't know if there's a tomorrow. For those years, people told me I was unreachable. People told me that because of my own suffering, I wasn't even present in my life. I was always waiting till then when I would figure it out, till the next diet would just have me lose 15 pounds and then I'd be fine. And I did that for so long. And now looking back, it wasn't even that hard to get out. It just took some bravery. It took leaning on other people. It took being inspired by mentors and other people in my life. It took taking a stand for me and not waiting till tomorrow when it would all magically get figured out. We actually dump our crap on tomorrow's self. We go, oh, we'll figure it out next week, but right now I'm just going to be miserable. And I really just want to remind you, you don't need to wait till rock bottom to have your turning point. It is available to you now. So why not take right now as your rock bottom? Instead of waiting till it's this horrific thing, why not create it now? Today's the day that you say no more. And one thing that might be coming up, and you might not even realize, is sometimes it's terrifying to say, okay, today I'm going to turn it all around, or today is day one, because we have it like, if we say that, then we need to go into action. We need to do a whole bunch of stuff tomorrow. We're going to turn it around. We take a stand for ourselves, and that means a new plan. That means a new way of life, which can be stressful and intimidating and overwhelming. But what I want to say is that day one doesn't have to be the beginning of another plan, because that's maybe what you've been doing, or that's a diet, or that's a whatever. But day one is starting to look at your life in love. And day one is starting to look at life with more compassion. Day one could even be just a glimmer of hope that that's available for you. Day one could be, today's the day I start believing that even maybe I could do it. There's always a slightly better feeling than what you feel right now. And I just want to really hit home that there's never going to be a time that you feel ready. There's never going to be enough money or enough time, or this time when you just sit around going, I have a ton of money, I have a ton of time, now I'm going to get happy. That doesn't work that way. The powerful time to change is actually when you're suffering, because when you're suffering and you take that stand for yourself and for love, that is what makes the difference. And by saying, okay, now I'm not going to put up with this anymore. If I look back, how many years have you been suffering with the same stuff, or it molds and progresses but never really gets any different or better? How long have you been suffering? Because you don't know if there's a tomorrow. You don't know if you're going to be here next March. And if you are, why not have it be, I am so grateful that 3, 4, 5 months ago, I decided to just start to look at myself like I could do it. Like maybe I could do it. Starting to believe that even maybe you can do it, or there's got to be a way that feels good. There's got to be people I can lean on. Use what's in front of you. I bet there's people around you that have resources that you could gain from. Maybe they've recently lost weight. Maybe they've recently come out of a depression or got through some grief, and you can learn from them. Go talk to your grandparents or elders and hear what they have to say about life with a new listening, because today is the day. And I know that's super cliche, but when the time is right, when that gets in, today is the day. And I want to remind you that getting happy and healthy isn't a whole bunch of more rules and a whole plan that is overwhelming to pursue. It's literally just starting to look at life with the possibility of joy, starting to look at what you do want, and that maybe you can have that. And maybe I am strong enough, because now is the time. I don't want you to have to suffer for so long like I did, because it's all available to you right now. You're choosing suffering. That doesn't mean that you're choosing it on purpose, or that you haven't been through a whole lot of hard crap that's led you here, because you probably have. But what I mean is we can start to choose love, which starts to sort of wean out the suffering. So lean on the people around you, and the fact that you are a seeker and that you want to get healthy and you want to get happy, that is your highest self guiding you to the way that will allow you to express yourself fully, to make the impact that you're here to make on this planet, to enable people around you to be joyful, to inspire them. That yearning for health and happiness, that undying thing that's just like, I just want it so bad. That is your highest self saying, come on, girl, get it. You can. It's here for you. Keep seeking. Do it. Because we don't know if there's a tomorrow. My friend, the fit athlete vegan who lives in peace and joy, just died like that. And I don't want that for you. But the truth is we don't know. So take the stand for yourself for love now. Do what you need to do, because there will never be enough time or never be enough money that you go, okay, now's the time I'm going to get joyful. Joyful starts now. It's all I want for you. I don't want you to have to suffer so long, because I look back and go, why did I wait so freaking long? Why did I wait for this weirdly low rock bottom, this torturous moment that was like a smack in the face of you cannot live this life? Why did I wait for that? I didn't have to. Sure, rock bottom. is a great motivator to get you out, but you don't have to wait that long. Reach out to people. Don't do it alone. Don't be a lone wolf like I tend to go at life, because when I reach out and I get supported, that's when magic happens. My request for you is that you change it now, is that you get supported and do what you have to do to find joy. I want this for you so bad because you will never regret it. The only thing you face is it's a bit scary and you might have to go out on a limb of trust, but you deserve it and you will be so glad you did. And if it costs you any time or any money, the joy that you'll feel in your heart will replace that time or that money in an instant. The joy that you feel of, I'm doing this, is so much better than anything you could imagine. And it's worth more money than you'll probably end up spending. It's worth more time than you'll end up spending. It just takes a leap of faith to trust yourself. Don't wait till a serious rock bottom. Treat your right now like a rock bottom. And magic happens if you let it, Melissa. Thank you. And I really want this for you. This isn't some motivational rah-rah. This is your life. This is your life. We're entering a new year. New months are happening all the time. This is your life. Get it. Don't wait. Don't wait so long till you're so scarred and so upset and do damage to your body like I did. I did irreversible damage to my body. And I put myself through a whole lot of trauma that I didn't need to. The time is now. Reach out to the people around you and say, today is day one, where I start to look at myself in more love and I start to soften the resistance to getting super healthy and super happy. Today is day one. I don't want you to die with your music still in you. I don't want you to have some unfortunate event and it ends up being that you never did get happy. I want you to be joyful so that when that time comes, hopefully in like 80, 90, 100 years, when that time comes, people go, holy crap, you know what she overcame? That inspires me. You can do that. You can do that and affect the people around you, and I'm standing for you. You so got this, and I love you.